There we go. Gonna wait for everyone to roll in.
Okay, Nintendo Switch News is giving me mystery games to play.
Oh.
A list of mystery games. And Princess Peach Showtime is on the list? Is that a mystery game?
I didn't know that. I also didn't realize that it was out.
It's not. It's on a pre-order list. But,
oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
But still, I apparently know nothing about this game.
I thought it was like some kind of like a platforming type thing that uses like different fun costumes for Peach to wear that are based
Okay,
around...
there is a screen grab of her in a like classic Sherlock Holmes costume.
Oh yeah,
with
one of the
magnifying
costumes is like a yeah, that. So maybe they're lumping that in. It's like the idea is it like takes place inside like a magic theater?
Yeah.
Or something, and then like these are all the different roles you can play in the theater. You can be a swashbuckling musketeer or a pastry chef.
Okay, so because a tiny corner of this involves a mystery, it goes on the list of mystery games.
Legally counts as a mystery game.
It goes on the same list as Ghost Trick and Apollo Justice.
Oh man, yeah, the Apollo Justice trilogy or remake thing coming out, which I only played a couple games on that, but yeah, Apollo Justice is great, and so is Dual Destinies.
I made a mistake in that the first Apollo Justice game. Is there more than one Apollo Justice game? I guess
it's
Apollo Justice was the first Phoenix Wright game I played.
Oh.
So I played that first,
and
then went back to the original Phoenix Wright and was like, oh, the other one was so much better. Just because like the mechanics improved so much.
Yeah, they had so much.
So then going back to the first one, yeah. Oh, Nia.
Bork.
Nia, you settle.
She will not.
You settle. I know. You could, though. You settle. She's thinking about it.
Considering it.
Okay. Do you need to be a lap dog?
Okay. Oh, she jumping?
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Mother, I need hold.
Yeah.
I need hold and peanut butter.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for kisses.
In any order. Welcome back to Contradiction, Spot the Lie, otherwise known as Contradiction, the all-video murder mystery adventure, according to the Steam page, which...
Oh.
It's just Contradiction. It's the one with Jenks. Inspector Jenks. We're in a small English town, and we are uncovering the secrets of Atlas, a like marketing MLM, like self-improvement thing that also has roots in a weird, like, cult, like wellness cult called Third Eye. And let's play a few scenes from the past to figure out where we're at.
Oh yeah.
This is apparently important.
Let yourself go. Feel your soul lifting.
Duck.
And wait.
Duck.
For a moment to break free.
Duck. Duck. Goose.
Excellent. Well, could you come back later, please?
What's going on here?
Well.
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
God, I love this man. Jenks fucking rules. Time's ticking by. I found this out recently, is that apparently there are parts of the world where the game is not Duck Duck Goose, but Duck Duck Grey Duck.
Oh, that doesn't seem as catchy.
Yeah. Also, Jinx gets mugged. That is important.
Yes.
Whoa! Whoa! There he goes. Oh no, he got rid of things out of my inventory that I don't need anymore. Also, as we get closer and closer to nighttime, everything is just going to be shot the same, but with a blue grade. Like, we're just going to continually fuck with the white balance.
Do you visit monarch costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was
Also,
from.
that's a weird bag for customers.
Maybe I do.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Go on.
Did Ryan mention Jason to you as a cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens.
All right,
Before
yeah,
you
that's
asked.
important.
No, I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites. Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
You know where the door is. What were you gonna say before?
Oh, I did clip your favorite bit for you.
Oh?
Yes. I don't know if there's a way to play your clips on stream from your Twitch while you're twitching.
That I don't know. I'll also put in the newest chief call, because the hour has recently moved forward to 9 p.m. Chief suggested finding out who was there the night Liam died and finding out whether Paul was involved.
Got something useful to tell me, Jenks?
Chief, I found out that Emma was in a band with Liam, the student who died last year.
Ah, what does she know about Liam?
Not much. She wasn't there when he died.
Well, make sure she wasn't. Find out who was there that night, work out what night it was. Make sure Paul Rand wasn't involved. And my other phone's ringing. Call me back, Jenks.
Righto, Chief.
Jenks.
Oh, right, there was a guy who was in a band. Let's see.
Yes.
What happens after an Atlas meeting? You'll also have things you haven't asked Ryan and Paul about yet. Ooh, Fred, I think that's new. What if I can just steal that DVD back?
Yeah.
I love their kitchen with just the one like DVD TV just kind of on.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing in this photograph.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it.
He's got another glass.
Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
What a piece of shit.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not to this
Oh, wow.
You would be surprised. Oh god, there's a lot I haven't asked about. Yeah, he was real busy with his class, wasn't he?
That spaghetti
Can
ball.
you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do
Can
you use it on the
tell
course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
It's a load of shit, actually.
Yeah. I love a totally normal, innocent thing to say is we don't bribe people.
But listen, a lot of questions are being asked about my I don't bribe people shirt that are already answered by the shirt. Tell me about your sick guitars, bro.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone.
No.
Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammer Stone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
That just blinks a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about burning this spaghetti.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy
Very normal
their old
things.
personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector.
There's 3 Star Wars movies
We're all
about this
shackled to our
concept.
past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Was that supposed to be an own? Like,
Yeah.
not sure. If I did, I need to show this one more time.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean exactly.
Okay. So Hammerstone is something. Because... Because that was the... That was the name of the thing. The band. feel like there's something there. I'm trying to figure out what it would be used.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Look at this blue.
Look at the rise on
A few
those
more questions, if you
toes.
don't mind.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
I totally forgot that Liam had a birthmark.
Not at all.
That was important. What happens after an Atlas meeting? I don't know. I went there and there's nobody there except the guy. Let's call the chief, I guess.
Jenks, I presume.
Yes, Chief. Bit more news. It turns out Emma was with Liam on the night he died, and she thinks she caused him to commit suicide. She made fun of him, mocked him as part of the course.
Nice of her. Why did she do that?
Requirement of the course, apparently. To say something offensive. It's meant to encourage free thinking.
Interesting opinion. And I suppose the Rams just think that's what? Par for the course or something like that, do they?
Well, Paul wasn't too bothered. He claims he didn't know Emma, so couldn't have predicted what she was going to do.
That doesn't wash. What does Emma say about him?
She does not like him. Really doesn't like him.
So she must have known him well enough. How well did he know her?
He claims not very well.
Well, make sure he's telling the truth. Oh, I've got a cup of coffee to make.
Coffee. Yeah, okay, thanks, Chief.
Right.
Coffee?
An all-nighter.
They drink coffee over there?
Yeah, I
It was
think
all
they
tea.
drink coffee. Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea.
Such a giant first aid kit.
Huh?
Wish you
Like
could
a-
investigate the first aid kit.
The third aid kit. Oh, there's the thing here. There we go.
Oh,
Guess I'll just steal that.
No, I never remember to buy one.
Jenks, why did you look into the full LED beam of a flashlight and smile like you were looking into the eyes of your child? It's like, aww. I think there's a place that's dark. I don't remember where exactly. Maybe it's around the pub.
Nia.
She's on the case.
Yeah. Mia's doing her own investigation. Nia. Nia, it's okay, honey. Come here. You settle.
There we go.
Oh.
That's what we want to do.
You don't know where that's been, sir.
Mm-mm. Nice,
Wow.
photoshopping.
It's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Now we've got a new thing to ask everyone about.
Yeah.
Let's head down the list.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. Know anything about these?
Nope.
Thanks.
Great.
glad we had this talk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Ask him about the flashlight. Do you know what this is?
Nope.
Turn it on in his face.
Look at it again.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
Do you know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
Interesting
It's not very
dodge there.
ominous, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who did it? I don't think anyone was ever charged.
Be that later on, if that's okay.
It would be really funny if the dad did it.
Mm.
He just really hates his son. Slap.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. God, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
I still think that light they had on her was way too strong.
Mm.
Like, I can see, like, the shine off of, like, her tear ducts.
Hey, maybe that's a clue.
Maybe. It's a micro expression that only killers do when they are feeling the guilt of their crimes.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
I don't remember if there's ever anything here in this. Also, I just now noticed the lavatory sign up top. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk to Sema.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Huh, that is weird. You'd think you'd see it at like a meeting or something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you-
Probably be back later.
Like, cross that with him knowing the guy?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't know.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if
Probably
we're
be
there
back
yet.
later.
Yeah.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Great. Good job.
Thanks.
Oh, there's a button to visit Simon. I didn't know that.
That's all for the moment.
That's
Thank you.
smart.
A few more questions, please. Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
No, you didn't.
Objection.
You did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
Fucking
And why
Lisa
did
Blint.
she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I've no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
No.
Really? Right, thank you.
Am I gonna get a new idiot to talk to?
Be back later on
And
if
show
that's okay.
all these things too? Oh no. Okay. Let's go.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
It seems like the kind of guy would be like, oh, she was probably on her period.
Oh my god.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take
Don't
long.
let strange men in the house.
Thank you.
I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear.
Have you heard of
They're
the guy in
tricking
Persona?
everybody. They're getting people to join up.
They're doing the Shin
and then they're
Megami
putting
Tensei.
demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
Let me go over to this mirror now and show you.
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore.
33.
I'm her.
I'm dying. The power of Christ's keychain compels you.
I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But please, sir, I needed to show you 86 pieces of evidence. I need you to tell me what you know about this symbol. Just start flipping her off.
A very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlas are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of
let's go down the list. James, what's the next thing you're gonna say you don't know shit about,
ask you a couple
too?
more things, please.
You know anything about this? No.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or
He's gotta know
involved
about
with
this,
devil
right?
worship?
Yeah.
Met Lisa.
Which
There we
Lisa are
go.
you talking about?
Mad Lisa. Lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. But she was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she was more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
Okay, well, thanks.
That's a lot of criticism from somebody that hasn't stopped staring at the fire for
He
5
loves
hours.
staring at the fire. He's scrying. He's at the scryer place. That's his whole thing. Is like, I don't need mirrors to scry. I can look at the wind on over the lake on a cloudy day to scry into the unseen forces. So I feel like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to see freaky ghost shapes or something in the fire.
A few more questions,
Pardon me,
if you don't mind.
Rebecca, do you know about Satan?
Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
Why are you looking at me, James?
Black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
God, I love this guy.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Do you know anything about devil worship? Why? Who's saying shit?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I need to balance my pen on my moleskin and ask you about the devil.
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
No, we're just a regular
Thank you.
MLM.
Probably be back later.
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Alright, I forgot to ask Papa Rand. Oh, I went the wrong way. I love going behind the yard and looking at the random car, the Audi.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Sorry, sir. I needed to get out of the blue for a minute.
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon?
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course.
You are misinformed. We're a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
That's fine, thanks.
Look at him go.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Just comes knocking back at that door 5 minutes later. Have you heard of a thing called QAnon?
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas.
Worship the devil.
We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
I looked up on the walkthrough. We gotta go all the way back for this one.
Yeah.
Is that he used to read about black magic and satanic shit when he way back when. But he's like, I don't know who's Satine. I don't know who that is. Satan. I don't know her.
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This.
It's just got a big picture of a pentagram on it.
We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Oh, touch wood, so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
Touch wood.
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Oh no, a new piece of evidence. Let's ask everyone about it. Whoop.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Did you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. But they didn't actually ask for any proof, so I could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting. Thank you. Probably be back later. Have you seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something similar in on the first night at Atlas. One of those aptitude tests, you know, fitness and stuff like that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, hello. Welcome. I have to ask Paul and Rebecca about it. I just want one time that you just go to the pub and that bell is missing because she's just tired of you ringing it.
Yeah.
Like it's just
a few
gone
more
from the
questions,
photograph.
if you don't mind. Do you know anything about this?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas? What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
On to your father-in-law. I'm not even bothering with
Ask
James.
about a few more things, please.
James doesn't know shit.
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test, exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Okay, so I have to apparently do this. Do you remember how, like, there was, like, Emma got, like, that freedom necklace from, like, an unwanted admirer? And, like, you're pretty sure it's this guy? We have to, like, pin it on him with the stuff we know.
Aha. You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women.
Gross.
It was a stupid mistake. But that's all it was.
There's
So
nothing
you're saying
untoward. There's no power
tried it on with her?
differentials here.
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party.
Weird line.
Ellen was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Okay. The walkthrough's got a couple more contradictions. These would have been hard for me to figure out on my own.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lisa couldn't handle the course techniques, and also Atlas auto hypnosis can't hurt or damage anyone. That's supposed to be a thing.
Aha. So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
But I will buy them a necklace.
Yeah.
Interesting admission that Kate
Is that a
flirted with him.
contradiction?
There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
Oh yeah, that is a contradiction. Ha ha ha! It's under... Wait. Once tried to date Emma, avoids relationships with students.
Aha. So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
Hey!
Oh!
10 o'clock, it's getting
Good
late.
job.
I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
And the color grading has not changed at all. I wonder who's in the pub.
Yeah, who is in the pub?
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
Oh!
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
If you play your cards right.
Only if you do. Problems? Hello, Inspector.
Hello. Hello, Dove. I need another one of those. Can't find it. Damn.
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Oh, I have to
Be back
inspect.
later on, if that's
I
okay.
have to inspect something. Just go rooting around here.
Well, isn't that interesting?
A few more questions, please. The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Okay. Neat. That isn't. Oh, wait a minute. She doesn't take medicines because she wants to stay pure.
Yeah. Right.
I don't remember where that is. There it is.
Aha. So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions.
Nice
I think I might have a
symbol.
word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Hope you weren't planning on going to bed or anything.
Which he didn't hear at all.
Whoa. That burst of wind.
Yeah, feel the fan on in
Bit
there.
careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Rips it from the ground. Saint Bernard. Okay. Yeah.
Pin number.
Simon, Emma, James, Rebecca, Ryan, and Paul.
Have you needed a pin number for something?
I don't know. Maybe? Maybe there's like a safe or something somewhere? I don't know. Either way. Hey James, what don't you know about this time?
Ask you a couple more things, please. Recognize this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Great.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Thanks, James.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
All right, here we go.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
He thrives from it.
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner sort who does
What?
our IT.
What?
Large guy. No manners.
What? I know in America, there are certain jobs that like get outsourced to prisoners. Like I've seen call center jobs and tilapia farming.
Interesting.
There's a couple of things. I've never seen like IT home calls. That
right.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Either that or maybe he's implying that
Probably be back
his
later.
IT guy is like an ex-convict or something. That's the only thing I could think of. I just want
few more
him to
questions,
press
if you
that
don't
bell,
mind.
and in that same video, like, you can see Rebecca's hand just shoot out from the frame and grab his wrist. No more bell. No more bell. Bell time is over.
Have you seen this before?
No.
Thanks.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Thanks again.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Good talk. Good talk, Becky.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Man, if Jenks is actually part of the Fae, they are all fucked. He has let them into all of their houses.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
They're acting like it's a death sentence.
think you dropped this outside.
He's got
Somebody-
arthritis?
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah, that's just a pin for something. It's okay, I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No, it's it's not important.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
Oh, I'll just give this back to you. I need to get another hit of Jenks going, how is it? It's like a blink and you miss it. Like, huh! It makes a ghoulish little face.
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right.
That.
Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
A new car? Is that something? Is that anything?
He owns a new car. Oh, wait a minute. He owns a new car, but doesn't he, like, bike everywhere? Hang on. Bike is the only way Simon can get to work, but he owns a new car. Yeah. Hey!
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
No, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway.
They might have a PIN number.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or
Yeah,
a
hang
very
on, wait a
cheap
minute.
Car? Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security.
What's this car down payment level laptop you've got
Be
going?
back later on, if that's okay.
Did you know about Ryan Rand's arthritis?
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 I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
Everyone say goodnight to my boyfriend. He's going bed.
Oh, good night.
Never heard of the IT consultant.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved.
Ooh.
Not that it
Cool.
mattered much, but I did buy a new one.
Nightmare.
And Simon uses it now.
Art school kid nightmare. Oof. The PSDs, Final 2, Final 3, Final...
What do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this for him when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
He can't keep anything.
He's just so fed up sounding.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
It was 1905, I remember it. Probably don't need to remember it, but I do. Ryan and Paul. Back to Ryan and Paul.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, no thefts have happened since, except for the one that I did.
Thank
That
you.
was a
Probably
fake
back
theft.
later.
That's just pretend.
Yeah. That was just taking something that you saw.
Yeah.
You know? That's different.
Yeah, that's different. There's something just very off-putting about this carpet, about this furniture.
Oh, it's so like the contrast is bumped too high.
It's extremely like our male living spaces, but like Edwardian.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm
Why is that
going...
chair facing the wall like that? I hate
that's
that.
That's the timeout chair for naughty cult members. To think about, they didn't burn their doll good enough. And I'm gonna leave you and the chat to ponder this room temporarily while I excuse myself to use the restroom. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ponder the carpet. Be the carpet. Be the chair. Don't be the sofa. I'll be right back. Well, well, well. It isn't me.
Kara had a bad dream while you were gone.
Oh no!
So I had to,
She's feeling better
wake her
now.
up. Yeah. She's looking at me. She says yes. She is.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Ask you about like 8 different things, please.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
We get it, man. Listen, I'm okay with straight relationships in media. I just wish they didn't shove these things in my face all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What
Like
do
this
you
glass
take
I've been
for
drinking
it?
this whole time.
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
Huh.
Is there something with you can't hold small things?
No, it's not one of the things. Under arthritis.
It seems like something that would be a contradiction.
Is this anything? No, that's nothing.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
What? Okay. Weird crack at fat people, sure.
Yeah.
Did you know he can be a good person and fat? He's very funny, but also overweight. Like,
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Also, I mean, like, glass houses, my guy. Like,
he's all right. I wasn't gonna say it. He's
sure. It's like, if you don't need to be derogatory, it's fine.
No. Well, I don't.
But
think
also,
his build to me. It reminds me a little bit of my dad's build in that it's sort of like skinny fat, where like you were really skinny as a kid, and then like your metabolism started to slow down in your like 20s, 30s. So like that's kind of what you ended up with. So it's like, yeah.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
Don't you have a lock on the gate? That I had to wait for you to open to get in?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a couple contradictions that we gotta look through.
You don't say. From this
first
man?
of all...
From this man, we have contradictions?
A few. One or two. A couple little things. So, there's no alcohol or drugs allowed on Atlas. Except for Daddy's painkillers that he keeps at work.
Oh.
What? Hang Hang on.
Or do you have to point that out to somebody else?
No, it's just Ryan. Hang on, let me try this. Doesn't keep any medicines on site. That's what it is. Those are very similar, I feel.
Yeah.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers?
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site?
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access to them.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
And what are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah,
so it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Yeah, that was the weird thing about the toxicology. It's like she had some alcohol in her system because that was kind of a Kate Vine thing, unfortunately. But like, she also had morphine in her system, which like no one could explain accurately.
Right.
So we now need to do keeps them in a secure room at Atlas, but also Atlas isn't secure at all.
Aha.
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I kept them in
the other storeroom.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
That's not a word.
Thank you.
Jenks.
Probably be back later.
See how combination locked it really is.
Yeah.
Well, these are some sinister little stairs. We have to like... There we go. That is a... That's seen some better days, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome to the mirror room.
Oh yeah, here we go.
This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious.
He's ready
As you
for the
move
mirror
through the
room.
network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions.
Wait, this is Persona. Hold up.
With us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from
Yeah, this is fine. This is normal.
I am free.
Very normal things to do.
I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my
I've never seen a mirror before.
I am free from myself. This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
Well,
extreme testing.
welcome to the topsy-turvy fuckhouse on top of Atlas. Is this the storeroom you kept the morphine in, Ryan? Did you keep it in the mirror room? He just leaves.
I'm out. This sucks.
Well, I have to ask Simon about it because it was on his business card.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Hey, so tell me about the mirror room.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you
Say
stare
that
into
for
the
me
mirror
again?
and you go
Yeah.
into trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
But you don't know the combination?
No.
One more time, I gotta...
Do you know about
Gotta
the
cure him, say
mirror
auto-hypnosis.
room at Atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module.
Okay.
You stare into the mirror
Auto-hypnosis. Like, I don't even think that's a British thing. I think that's just a Simon thing.
Yeah.
But wait, he said hypnosis before. He told me about it.
Aha. So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morphine.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I never did it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Wait, why do we have to get this done before midnight? Also, wow, this color grading is doing some work, huh? Ooh, blue! I haven't searched the woods for a while.
Searched the woods for a while.
You know, let's go into the woods. Let's see what the woods got in them. Who's got woods? Whoa, the blue. Oh, let's see how I feel about the jetty. Yep, very blue, that jetty.
Yep.
This is supposed to be 11 at night, too. I like that.
Yeah.
Are we in, like, are we in the North Pole? Ooh. Look.
Just
God.
keep pushing.
It's Avatar.
Very.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Oh.
Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't. I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test of what? What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out, Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk
You
to a police
disappear
inspector
faster
like
than
that.
my
To admit
eyebrows.
you. It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Oh, that's mine now.
Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Need your keys, Kyle?
No.
Great. Why?
So that's
Why any of that?
threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Okay. Probably goes to that weird car behind the thing. It was the only car I've seen in the village. This is mine now. Alanis Morissette CD. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe this.
Bingo.
Oh.
Well, Ryan, have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Also, I don't want to be a bummer, but none of this evidence would hold up in court.
No.
Yeah, I had to break into a car to get this check. Alright. Emma, Rebecca, Ryan, and Paul. Okay. Let's go down the list.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Tell me about the mirror room.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock.
How did
And
you
the
get
morphine
in
in it.
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how is the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Great.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Interested in blonde. Why is that a thing? Okay.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Wait, was Kate fine? I don't even remember. Kate was not blonde. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Is that a... Hang on. Excuse me, sir.
That's
I need
gotta
to
be.
just...
Couple more questions,
I
if
need to
that's
just
okay?
vibe check you here. That's nothing. That's unfortunately nothing.
It is weird, though.
It is very strange.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Be back later on, even if it's not.
Be back later on, whether you like it or not. Whoa! Oh, hi, there's the blue.
Whoa! He's out of his chair.
Oh. There you go, mate. You look at the greenhouse with the bluest color grading in the world. Man, this guy has so much space. I'm kind of jealous, actually. Uh-oh.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Poppy pods for opiums. I'm only interested in the poppy seeds that go in my bagel. Yeah, don't close that all the way. You don't need to do. God, them pointy little shoes.
A few more questions, please. What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that?
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
Maybe the Rands might have bought some
Thank you.
poppies.
Probably be back later.
Who knows? Back into the blue with me.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
That's a weird thing to answer not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head.
Like, either you do or you don't.
Mm-hmm. No, we should definitely ask her, actually.
Yeah.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pods.
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Why are you looking at the camera?
That I remember.
Poppy pods.
That's it for the time being, thank you. A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in for opium?
Poppy pods.
No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
James does his own thing. Parentheses derogatory.
I didn't try it. I didn't want to risk it, did I? I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
Wait, but you did morphine. Hold up. Hang on. You're allergic to opiates, but you took morphine in the Persona mirror room.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean, test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me, and the other person's the...
victim?
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
I love the little prime candidates doodle on the other side, crowned with a little pentagram.
Thank you. Probably be back
Who is the best Satanist? How do you feel about the Persona mirror fuck room?
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
The mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
How do you feel about...
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Cool.
Hang on, yeah, that is a weird take. I need another hit of that.
Strange question.
Also, I love every time he asks about puppy pods, the first thing that they respond is puppy pods. As if they're Solid Snake repeating the last word they heard.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
It's chill here.
It's okay. I'm cool. I'm not a cup. You absolutely are a cup. Yeah, but like...
Do you know what a prime candidate is at
one.
Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I still have it in my head, that reading of Rebecca. It's like, oh, you're married to Ryan Rand, aren't you? And she goes, well, I suppose I am. Like, what? I guess so.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
We have some things to talk about.
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then. Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month.
Also, I keep my morphine in there for some reason.
Some don't.
Hey, so...
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
Oh, I like Ryan's actor. He hands it up about as much as Jenks.
Know anything
it's like
about
watching two
poppy
dueling
pods?
violinists.
Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
It doesn't matter.
I need another one of that. Also, he does it again.
Anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
Blink, 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 blink.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional.
Oh.
And they get a wonderful top job. It seems very
They
simple
get to do
deal.
business
And
at
how
the
do
top
you decide who the prime candidate is?
Do you test
good
students?
workers.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
What a... that's some chicken shit. It's like, Eden, if you want to see who's got motives, this Simon guy has got motives. So he's saying he's got motives. Hang on now. Hold on then.
Oh, I think it was you have till midnight because for some reason they're only giving you till midnight before it's like definitively ruled a suicide.
Oh, ruled a suicide. That makes sense. Okay, the contradictions are harder to sort through once your evidence list gets like this long.
Yeah.
So we have to go up to auto hypnosis, where they're not bribed or coerced in any way, but a little bit of a bribe as a treat.
So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
Okay.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of
Capitalism.
Kate's assessment.
Cheerio.
And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Jam a knife into your hand.
Yeah.
But also he says that students aren't tested. So, Is it under auto hypnosis? It's under auto hypnosis.
Aha. Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Woo! Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference!
Ooh.
If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand.
Oh, Jesus.
We had nothing to do with it.
The levels, Mary.
Yeah.
Did he have a laugh? Like, what was that? He blew that the fuck out.
Still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
I need to go back to Atlas to get another hit of that fucking... I need to get another taste of that monologue. He sends that scotch flying out of his glass. Oh, no more, he says. None of that.
He's done with you.
He is over. Well. Or he could have maybe gone home. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, it is midnight.
It is currently. It's the bluest midnight. It's called the blue midnight over here in jolly old England in their opioid crisis.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
I need to know what you think about poppy pods.
Poppy pods?
Poppy pods.
What do you know about poppy
Let's see if he
pods?
does it.
Poppy pot?
Yes!
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
Yes! Good. Every time. Metal Gear. Poppy pots.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
Don't say that.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Oh, and they get a kickback, huh? Fascinating.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
They are throwing Simon very under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely under the bus.
Suspiciously under the bus.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I think this is supposed to be something.
Aha. You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics, push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
I'll see myself out.
That's a very low door.
Whoa.
Lovely man, your father.
Ah.
Shut the gate on your way out.
Skip it about. Skip to Malou over here.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
Kyle. Who the fuck is Kyle? Oh wait, it's the freaks in the woods.
That doesn't sound good. Two totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. What's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
Time for a final trip into the woods. Really? Is that all we need? Simon, Emma, and Rebecca. Let's go down the list. While we're on our way to get mugged in the woods, apparently.
A few more questions, please.
Hey, Queen.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas, it's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
And what happens then?
They get sacked.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
Be back later on, if that's okay. Ask you a couple more things, please. How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate.
It's a bit of a read.
No, she never talked about this.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, time to get mugged. Whoop. You.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard. Not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife. The knife, Kyle!
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that...
Topical.
Simon killed her?
Yeah.
Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
Any more likely than you, Ryan?
All right, unnamed masked woman, you come with us.
I know. Police brutality.
Get him, Jenks.
It's all right. Are you okay?
Well, bye. I'm off to consort with the blue
You saved
gods.
someone from being sacrificed, and that's the thanks you get. If that wasn't an occult ceremony, I don't know what is. The Rands have been lying all along. But what's Simon going to say about Ryan's accusation?
Yep.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
That's one or two more things. So there's
Simon
like a
mentioned
satanic
walking
ritual.
home with anyone after the meeting last Friday.
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate.
No, definitely not.
Thank you. Probably be back later. What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
What? Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something.
A real detective all
See
along.
this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
Okay.
So,
okay, I understand how
so there's
tape
only
works.
one person who has tape like that. Ryan.
Or any Michael's craft
He gave
store.
me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else. Then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out. She goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas
But
works.
Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't
Special
kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
I need some pop pods. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man, he ran out into the blue.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Just double check all the things, all the event flags.
Mm-hmm.
Any more shit happening in the clearing that I need to know about? Emma, James, and Rebecca. Hey, did you know your, like, boyfriend, husband, partner, whatever, just, like, ran off?
Ask about a few more things, please.
Have you seen this anywhere before?
I've seen it somewhere, but can't remember. Sorry, no.
Thanks.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know how well Simon knew Kate?
Not really.
Did you ever see them together?
No, why? Do you think he killed her?
I've no idea. Do you think he'd be capable of that?
Do you think we're all capable of it?
Thanks, James.
No, I don't.
Sure. So you'd never been in your police car responding to an incident, driven past school at high speed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, you've answered your own question then. When you've got a need and things get in your way, it's human nature to either ignore them or get rid of them. Any way you can. That's all murder is, isn't it?
Maybe you're right.
Do you mind? I'm scrying.
Ever seen tape like this anywhere before?
No.
Great.
Cool.
There needs to be just a running, like... There needs to be just a running, like, montage of just shit he doesn't know about.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
There it is. This is
Know
a good
anything about these?
Nope.
Nope.
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
Don't think so.
This man
Be
just
back
knows
later on, if that's okay.
nothing.
questions, please.
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I wonder if I can talk to Paul and Ryan about the sticky tape. Let's find out. Oh, no. There's just no option anymore. They're done talking to me. Which is fair. So remember when I said the tape with Kate's driver's license was going to be an X mark?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
It is. She saw the tape about 2 months ago. Then, way back up here, this thing. She taped over the window to make it safe.
Aha.
After it got broken.
You last saw
With
that
washi
sticky
tape?
tape 2 months
Yep.
ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What will come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
Whoa.
I think
That came
you
out of
had better
nowhere.
Tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Hang on there. Leggy bitch,
Okay.
first off.
You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, said someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped.
What?
Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
What?
You killed her. Rebecca.
She slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
It was Rebecca!
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who?
Yeah, it was Emma who was having the affair with Ryan.
Emma?
Yep. Oops.
It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods?
Yeah, what about that bit?
What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all.
Hey.
I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon.
Sequel hooks.
Thank you for your interest.
Yeah, tilt that chin up, Queen, at the very end. And that was it. That's Contradiction.
Huh. So is there a sequel?
There is not yet. I don't believe.
No.
Oh, by the way, this was written and directed by Tim Fallon, who is one of the greatest video game composers known to fucking mankind. If you ever listen to like an old NES track that seems like it had no business going so fucking hard, it's probably a Tim Fallon song.
Huh. But
a lot of the lore and the plot building around Atlas and stuff was really more just like fuel for a sequel hook, and like the actual murder itself was pretty mundane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, really fantastic game.
When did it come out?
This a couple years ago, I want to say. Or I could be wrong. I feel like I remember Griffin McElroy talking about it in Polygon. Yeah, it was a Kickstarter game. Did you come out? Oh, 2015.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of thing that Justin McElroy would have just like funded himself.
Probably. Baggy Cat Entertainment. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Achievements. I appreciate it. This game rules. I love the very local production CW like public access theater. I like the I love the blue. I love Jenks.
You know what I love?
What's that?
Is Poppy Pods.
Poppy Pods. I love the Poppy Pods. And I love any of Tim Fallon's music. So, yeah, that's Contradiction. Spot the Liar. And I hope you folks at home have enjoyed the wonderful adventures of Detective Jenks. I know where exactly else he was. I know that Jenks's actor shows up as a villain in another like FMV clicking adventure game that I don't think is made by the same people. Apparently. Okay, I'm quickly scrolling and skimming through the Wikipedia. Game was shot on location in the village of Great Budworth in Cheshire, and at St. Helens and Maudsley in Lancashire. The dialogue scenes took 11 days to shoot, and additional scenes were filmed throughout 2004. Cast including Rupert Booth, Paul Darrow, John Geiler, and Magnus Sinding. possible sequel. While Fallen would love to make a sequel, he has not so fond memories of the incredibly strenuous effort he put into making the first game. Fair. For a sequel to ever come to pass, he would need to amass a sustainable budget and pay professionals to do all the tasks he had to learn himself. A potential evolution of the series would be to be approaching Amazon TV, perhaps turning it from a video game into an interactive TV show. Due to lack of funding, Fallen was forced to invest thousands of pounds of his own money to finish his vision of the game, even having to cut many of the story threads in the process. For this reason, according to him, a sequel depends on whether I make the investment back on this one first. So once the player finishes the game, there's a plea by developers to contribute to the crowdfunding effort to make the sequel a reality. Due to the Atlas element of the game not having a satisfactory conclusion in Contradiction, Fallen would like to make a sequel to draw a close to that story before spending the rest of the game embarking on a new adventure with Jenks. A larger budget would see added physical interaction to the gameplay, a different location, perhaps such as a coastal setting, and a night and day structure which would take place over a week rather than the 7 hours from Contradiction. That's all from Wikipedia.
I see the guy that played Jenks was in a game that came out this year called Murderous Muses.
That might be it. That might be different than what I remember. There is something that's like, There was, hang on, let me see if I can find it. Rupert Booth. Dark Code. That was it. He was a bad guy in Dark Code, which was another point-and-click adventure game.
Okay, Murderous Muses solves the cold case murder of controversial artist Mordecai Gray by hanging paintings in a haunted art gallery.
He apparently also shows up in another one called The Shape-Shifting Detective, which is another, not the same studio, but he is like the police chief in this murder case. He likes to be in a lot of adventure games, and I respect it. He's in. Oh no! It was Dark Side of the Moon. That's what he was in. I remember now. Dark Side of the Moon. I can remember watching a stream on that. So hey, everyone, go buy Contradiction, Spot the Liar to help Tim Fallen make his investment back, because it definitely sounds like he, with all the different jobs he suddenly had to learn, it sounds like he was like sweatshopping it for real to make this even happen, which makes me appreciate it even more. I like weird art that does cool and interesting things like this. And even when I was, joking about like the color grading and whatnot, I don't mind, seeing the seams on production, because it makes me think about seams to begin with. It means they had to shoot this and then make it look like several hours pass, but they only have like 1 day's worth of footage to work with. So it makes me appreciate it more. And also, like, not only are video games hard, FMV games are very hard, because everything has to be done with real actors, real scripts, real lighting, and everything. Whereas something like, I don't know, like Paradise Killer or something, a lot of that is done with like text boxes, and like it's all programmed in differently. So I don't know. I appreciate the work that went into this, and I hope you all did too. I'm quite satisfied.
It's a lovely experience.
This is a lovely time, and I hope you all had a lovely time watching along. And I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. I've been JCavs. I've been joined this week by the awesome and spectacular Melissa, aka Christia, on whom you know who we are. We from podcasts. Very likely, if you're tuning in, you've heard us on either Destructive Discourse or Piecemeal, and you can find me there as well as here on Twitch. And then, oh man, my Bark Queen soap, I forgot to have that up this whole time. Whoopsie.
Oh.
BarkQueenSoap.etsy.com. You can go there now if you feel like it and buy artisanal, handcrafted, cold processed soap made by yours truly. It's quite lovely. And Melissa, do you have anything you want to plug before we go out?
Not really. Nah.
That's fair. Yeah. Go listen to us on podcast, follow us on socials or whatever, I don't really check them. Go listen to Tim Fallon music. That's your assignment for today. I'm playing a little bit right now on stream, so take that. It's Tim, Follin. Go listen to some of his stuff. It has no right to go as hard as it does. And we'll see you next time. The cold cases are not over yet, children. I've got more mysteries ahead.
Woo!